Hello and welcome to Dish and Swish's coverage of Game On 2012 here in Sheffield. We're obviously just looking at the Portuguese league at the moment.
So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Standard Life and British Basketball welcome you to Sheffield. We're here at the Pond Forge. Just about to get them set. I want you to make as much noise and appreciation. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome onto the court, first of all, the team from Portugal. We're number 4, Jose Silva. We're number 5, Mario Fernandez. We're number 6, Teddy Silva.
Okay, so we're moments away now from tip-off here in Sheffield for the last GB game men's of the weekend as they go for their second matchup of the weekend against Portugal. Portuguese team currently being introduced, and while we're watching introductions there, what we'll do is we'll give you the highlights from yesterday. Okay, so here are the GB highlights from yesterday's game against Portugal at the Motorpoint Arena. Okay, so that was a look at yesterday's game against Portugal, where obviously GB ran out winners. Wasn't as convincing as most people would wanted, but they did take the win. Give you some of the highlights from yesterday's stat sheet for you. Just look at our visitors first. Top scorer for them was Santos with 16 points and 6 rebounds. Second for them in scoring was Gomez, 14 points. He also grabbed 6 rebounds as well. As expected for GB, though, 2 main standout players for them, Deng dropping 21 points and grabbing himself 6 boards. Whereas Pops, double-double man, 12 points and 12 boards for Pops. Outside of that, leading the assists was Andrew Lawrence with 5 assists and 6 points. Not a bad game for the youngster there from the College of Charleston. He's obviously going to be the only pure point guard that we have in the GB roster for the Olympics, so a lot of pressure on his young shoulders over the next few weeks. As you can see on court at the moment, the GB team just being introduced to the crowd. We're just over 4 minutes away from the start of the game now. What we're going to do is give you another little video. We had a chance to catch up with some of the GB guys on Friday night before the weekend started in an open media session. In particular, we caught up with Coach Finch, and here's his thoughts on this weekend and the Olympics themselves.
You guys have done your tour over where you're based now in Houston, and you come back and done a mini tour around Europe. Results didn't go our way, but how would you kind of assess the preparation so far?
Well, I've assessed it pretty well. I think we've had different, objectives at different points of the program. In Houston, it was about finding out who could play, which of our younger players could help us in what roles. Trying to make some cuts, learning to play without, maybe Luol or Pops. Coming back here when we landed in Loughborough, it was really about trying to find the rhythm of our team. think we played well in those games against France and Spain. I mean, we should have won the France game, but we're learning still. I mean, even though we have veteran players and we have an experienced crew overall, we haven't played together that much. You know, this is the first time we've ever had Pops, Luol, Rob, Joel, you know, on the roster at the same time. So it's our best team, but it still is a team that has to gel, the team has to learn how to make winning plays at the end of the game. And you know, we still have half a dozen games to be able to figure that out.
With regards, obviously, you're talking about the cutting of players and the final selection of the roster. Did you kind of have in mind how heavily you wanted to be stacked with the bigs or guards? Because at the moment, obviously we've got quite a proliferation of big guys in the team. Yeah,
I mean, every year it's been different. I mean, last year we went small. The year before that we went, in Poland we went big, and we left it open. I mean, we're lucky in two ways. One is Luol can play anywhere between 2 and 4, so that's like adding another player. You know, he's going to play heavy minutes, so you know we feel that at the perimeter spots maybe we can go a little lighter. We have a strength in bigs. You know, our strength, our depth, and our experience is, and a lot of our talent. You know, a lot of our high-level talent is right there. So we feel that if we can use those guys, you know, in a tough physical rotation, we can maybe gain an advantage there. And then we discovered Dan Clark looked really good in our stuff, moving him to the 3. So that allows us to move Lou to the 2 and Dan at the 3 and go really big. And, you know, we traditionally have a small backcourt. You know, Nate, Mike, Andrew, Lawrence, Kyle Johnson. Those guys they're all really good players, but they're all on the smaller side. So we feel we have a chance. We can go small.
Okay, they're just cutting off Chris Finch a little bit early as we go back to the action on court side. We've just had national anthems with just under 3 minutes to go until we have the start of this game here at Sheffield. Been a reasonable weekend so far for the GB programme. Obviously the women's having their first game against Angola, winning that. Yesterday, obviously against Australia, they were with them for the first half, but struggled getting into the second half. Obviously going up against their big 6'9" player was a struggle for the GB women, and that proved to be the case as they came out losers in that game. Obviously they do have France after this GB men's game, which will also be live on Dish and Swish, so make sure you stay tuned for that. As for the men, as I said yesterday against Portugal, wasn't convincing, but hey, if you play badly and win games, some people say that's a sign of a good team. There's definitely more to come from this team, and I've spoken to a lot of the media guys that are here today, and I imagine a lot of the fans. They're expecting GB to come out a little bit hurt from yesterday's performance and put on a bit of a performance today. It's going to be needed as a bit of a confidence booster for the GB guys before the game starts. Just remember, we also obviously have been broadcasting the whole weekend live on Dish and Swish, and all the videos will be going, full games will be going onto the website. So make sure you check back if you want to see any of the highlights or any of the full game tapes. Make sure you check back, because all of the games will be going onto Dish and Swish. Obviously a highlights package will be going up as well of all the games. Obviously the video I showed you earlier will be going up, plus a couple more interviews. We managed to catch up with Dan Clark, Rob Archibald, even a little bit of time with the superstar himself, Luol Deng. So make sure you check back to the website regularly so you keep up to date with all that's going on with GB basketball. As usual with these kind of affairs, it's obviously a great mix of people in the crowd. The GB Supporters Club are here, so make sure you go to britishbasketball.org and sign up to GB Supporters Club. You'll be the first to get all the information that you need around about GB basketball. We've also got Todd Cawthorne, a bit of a blast in the past, obviously currently working with EB, and numerous other players. Yesterday there were glimpses of Clive Allen watching his daughter Dominique Allen play, as well as Nigel Lloyd, some of the old faces from the BBL showing around. Again, the crowd today isn't great. It's not a capacity here at Ponds Forge. I'd say it's probably about 3/4 full, which would be just under the 1,000 people mark. But compared to yesterday, there's a lot more atmosphere to it. There seems to be a lot more noise and a lot more buzz around the arena. We're now only 20 seconds away from the start of this game, and as I said, it's a vital game for GB men's. They obviously go next week to play an exhibition game against Team USA, and no disrespect to the GB guys, but that's surely going to be a defeat against the world-class USA team. They'll then head over to Belgium, where they'll take on Tunisia and Belgium the following week before coming back to the UK and starting their Olympic campaign. So, including today, they've got 4 games left before they get into the big show. So, Portugal today, a big game for them. Starting 5 for GB is going to be Nate Ranking, Rob Archibald, Mike Lensley, Luol Deng and Pops Mensah-Bonsu. Likely to be the starting 5 when they actually get to the Olympics as well. A very veteran starting 5. Obviously Archibald will probably be replaced by Freeland. Freeland himself obviously over in Portland at the moment, signing his 3-year contract with the Portland Trailblazers. Done a little bit of media work yesterday. I think you'll catch that on hoopsfix.com. Our friends over there at Hoopsfix have got that video for you. So yeah, for the Portuguese team who have now come out, we have got Santos, who was top scorer yesterday. We've also got Silva, Fonseca, Fernandez, and Gomez. Crowd just being led into a "Come on GB" chant. Not too sure if you can hear that over the mic, but the crowd's starting to get behind the team. A lot more atmosphere today. Obviously a smaller venue, so it feels a lot more energy within the hall today. Fonseca will go up against Pops for the tip. Pops just psyching him out a little bit, doing his usual swagger. GB with the tip, Archibald on the wing. Gives up to Deng at the top. Deng puts it into the high post to Pops. Pops facing up to the basket now. Asks for Deng to come back. Backdoor cut. Oh, can't quite get it to go. Deng saying there was a tip there, but no tip given. As Portugal come away with Fonseca inbounding the ball to Silva. Gives up to Fernandez. To Gomez. Back to Fonseca at the top. Bit more energy about GB's defense today. Spread it to the wing. Santos can't get the 3 to go. Archibald brings down the rebound. Lensley comes back the other way. Inside to Pops. Pops will throw that down. Great dunk from Pops. Bit of energy straight off the bat. There wasn't any of that kind of work yesterday. Fernandez setting it up for Portugal. To Silva. Back to Fernandez. Backcourt working together well for Portugal at the moment. Frontcourt still trying to find some rhythm. Nice fadeaway shot though. Fonseca will grab himself a tough 2 points there. GB come back the other way quickly. Go inside to Archibald. Veteran British big man goes to work. Can't get it to go. Pops grabs a rebound though. Out of a Portuguese hand. Will be a GB ball on the baseline. Lensley now on the wing. Ooh, almost a legal pick set there by Pops. Lensley will jack the 3. Can't get it to go. Shot clock running down. No option there for Lensley. Portugal will come back the other way. Fonseca with the ball. Hands it off. Ranking call for the foul as he tried to pick his pocket. It's going to be a Portugal ball on the far side. 2 apiece, just under 2 minutes gone in this first quarter. Goes to the corner, tough shot from the corner, off the front of the ring. Pops will grab the rebound. He'll bring it up himself, coming the other way. Goes up against Santos. Oh, nice pass! That's going to be a foul. Nice vision for Pops. Had a difficult shot opportunity himself, so gives it up to Archibald in the paint. That's the first foul called on Santos. Hits the first of his 2. Archibald, not a great game yesterday. Only grabbed himself 3 points from 5 boards. Had quite a bit of court time as well, obviously filling in for the absent Joel Freeland. And a second. Good free throw shooting there from Archibald. A vital skill for big men these days. If you get fouled, you've got to be able to convert those free throws. Gomez puts it inside. Fonseca out to Santos. Santos loses the handle. Pops picks it up, gives it up to Deng. Deng head up as he brings it down the court. Gives it to Lenzi. Lenzi finds a lane, kicks it to the corner to Rankin. Rankin steps in. Oh, can't get it to go. Archibald with the tip, but it'll only go as far as Fernandez. As Portugal come away. Fonseca now. Oh, nice shot. Sorry, Gomez there. Nice form on Gomez's shot. Pops gets the ball at the top. Archibald open up inside. Oh, didn't realise he lost his defender on the inside. He'll spin to the basket though. Little left hand hook, nothing there. Pops can't quite time his jump right, loses out there. Fernandez comes back the other way. To Gomez. To Santos. Santos from outside. Tough shot off the front of the ring. Smallest player on the court grabs the rebound though, Fernandez. He'll drive to the basket and he lays it in easy too. Turn the corner and Rankin there. Found that quite easy. Deng gives it up to Rankin on the other end. Gets it back. Little fake on the wing. Steps in, push off. Lenzi now back the other way. Inside to Archibald. Archibald floats inside. That's goaltending. No! Knocked away there. Gomez. Whereas Portugal on the other end still can't get it to go either. GB come back at them once again. Inside to Archibald. Archibald can't hold on to that. It's going to be a Portugal ball on the baseline. Just under 4 minutes gone in the game. GB 6, Portugal 4. Still a scrappy game. GB not stamping their authority on this game yet, like most people expected them they would. Oh, from outside. Gomez can't get it to go. Fonseca will grab the rebound. He gives it up to Fernandez. Fernandez controlling all the offense so far for Portugal. Gomez now trying to cross up Pops, can't get any space there. Tries to go tight. Archibald can't quite hold on to the interception. He'll knock it out of bounds. 8 seconds left on the shot clock for Portugal. As GB make their first change. Dan Clark into the game, Archibald out. That'll push Pops into the 5 position and Dan will step into the power forward 4 position. Foul called. Lensley will pick up his first foul of the night.
That's his second foul. So they sit down with 2 fouls. Ladies and gentlemen, replace Andrew Lawrence into the game.
Rankin will take a seat as Andrew Lawrence checks in. Reasonable opening game. And this game on tour yesterday for him. Oh, Gomez starting to heat up a little bit now. He's taking the burden on his shoulders tonight. Pops with the ball. He'll try to drive past Fonseca with ease, and it's fouled. Fonseca will pick up his first foul. He'll go to the line for 2. Pops was 90% from the line yesterday, so that's some good free throw shooting. Well, that's an ugly free throw from Pops there. I give him a bit of a commentator's curse. As I was saying, Andrew Lawrence obviously had quite a good game yesterday. He'll be happy with those numbers, and I imagine Coach Finch will be as well. He only got up 6 points, but dished 5 assists, which is exactly what we're going to need from our point guard. He's not going to be expected to be producing big scoring numbers, but is expected to facilitate GB's offense, even on his young shoulders. Fernandez gives it up to Santos. To Gomez. Gomez now trying to spin through. Can't get it to go. Andrew Lawrence going up against Fernandez. Fernandez uses the screen. Fonseca out to Gomez. Gomez from outside. Tough shot off the front of the ring and out. Clark will come back the other way. 3-on-2 break now as Deng goes up against Fernandez. Can't get it to drop. He'll go to the line for 2 shots though. Free-flowing offence there from GB. 5 minutes to go in this first quarter. GB are up by 4 points now. Again, still not found their rhythm, but this is a far more aggressive and purposeful performance from GB so far. Hits the first. And the second. I do apologise. Portugal are the home team today, so they're on 9 points, and GB are the guests on the scoreboard, so they're on 7. Lawrence picks up his first foul. Nice pass inside, rejected by Dan Clark. Good defence there. Great help defence there from Dan Clark. Deng with a little crossover, can't get it to go, Pops will get the rebound. Deng's hobbling. Looking to try and run it off, looks like he's in a bit of pain there, Luol Deng. Offensive foul. Called on Gomez, good defence there by Andrew Lawrence. Deng looking to adjust his shoe. Still doesn't look too comfortable with that though. Andrew Lawrence puts it inside to Pops. Pops at the top to Clark on the wing. Little fake go to the baseline, drives to the middle. Nothing there. Foul on his way through. Santos will pick up his second foul of the game. GB down by 2 at the moment. 9 to Portugal, 7 to GB. Just so to make it clear, obviously the scoreboard on the bottom right hand corner, the home team today are Portugal, and the away team are GB for some reason. Okay. Dan Clark gets the first, brings it down to a 1 point game. Second opportunity to tie up, and drains the second one. 9 point ball game now with 4:19 left in the first quarter. Substitution called. Santos will take a seat, and Kuna steps in. So all tied here as we're just over the halfway point in this first quarter. Portugal with the ball now. Gomez puts it inside to Kuno. To Fonseca. Fonseca, easy shot, can't get it to go. Dan Clark grabs a tough rebound but travels. He looked to pass the ball away to Andrew Lawrence, but that passing lane was cut out. So ended up travelling with the ball. It'll be a Portugal ball on the far side. Pass goes to Gomez. Gomez now trying to lose Lawrence. Nothing there so far. GB playing a 1-3-1 zone at the moment. Seeing how that works for them. Seems to be working well. It's cutting in the interior passing down from Portugal. However, no boxing out there. Oh, nice touch there from Gomez to grab himself another 2. I think the issue you've got is playing a 1-3-1. Is difficult when you've got guys coming from the weak side grabbing rebounds, because the weak side man has to rotate through, and that's not always happening. Poor pass there from Lensley. Way too high for Lawrence to handle. Another turnover for GB. That's 2 in 2 offences. 2 turnovers and 2 offences there. Portugal up by 2. Just over 3 minutes to go in this first quarter. We'll go to the wing. Inside to Fonseca. Fonseca to Gomez. Nice move inside. Can't get it to go. Grabs his own rebound. Kind of working hard inside there. Portugal with the ball again. Fernandez to Gomez. Back to Silva. To Fernandez. To Gomez. Portugal moving the ball with ease. Travelling violation called there on Gomez. Clark inbounds it to Lawrence. To Lensley. Pops sets a fake. Oh, can't quite get it inside to Pops. Deng with a little fake. Steps in for the long two. Can't get it to go. Clark almost grabs the rebound. Pops manages to tap it back to Lawrence. Lawrence inside to Deng. Deng's rejected. He'll get his own putback though. That's more like GB basketball. Good ball movement, finding open players under the basket. A little bit of hustle. We get the 2 points off the glass. Ball goes inside the Pops. Pops steals it away. Tries to get up Lawrence. Lensley on the trail. Can't get it to go. Grabs his own rebound. Looks like he's fouled. He is fouled. Kunha called for his first foul. GB starting to get a little bit of energy in offense now. A little bit of hustle and a little bit of fluidity. Deng will take a seat. He still doesn't look comfortable on that ankle as he walks off. And Kyle Johnson will step in.
Taking the break, Luol Deng. Replaced by Kyle Johnson. Wholesale substitutions going on. Again, Portugal out of this water.
Evora comes in as Fonseca takes a seat for Portugal. Evora, Man Mountain, referred to by a few of the fans yesterday as a Billy Singleton look-alike. Well, definitely a body-alike anyway. Sitting on the substitutes chairs for GB is Kieran Akara. He's going to check in now. I think it's going to be Mike Lensley, provisional on the shooter. So yeah, Akara in as Lensley takes a seat after hitting both his free throws, giving GB the lead. GB up by 2 now, 11 for Portugal, 13 for GB. 2:10 left in the game. Portugal trying to move the ball around the exterior to try and get an open shot. They do this time. Oh, he gets it to drop. That's a tough move there. Kuna's come on and made an impact with his hustle straight away. Ties the game up with just under 2 to play. Converts the 3-point play. Portuguese bench asking that to be a 2-pointer as it looked like Pops hit the ball on its way down. Pops now fakes up Evora. Evora doesn't have the foot speed to stay with Pops, so he drags him down on the way through. Pops will go to the line for 2 shots. Definite mismatch there between Evora and Pops. Pops' foot speed a hell of a lot quicker than Evora's. No option for the big man there from Portugal to pull him down. Rattles out the first. Hits the second, tying the game up at 14 with 1:48 left in its first quarter. Wholesale changes for Portugal as Barossa brings it up and gives it up to Minhava. To Lima. Back to Barossa. Inside to Kunha. He manages to hold on to it though. He'll lay it in. No, he won't. Clark will grab the rebound. And Lawrence will bring it away for GB. Going straight up against Barossa. Clark now to Akara in the corner. Akara will take the shot. He'll hit the shot! Kieran Akara for 3 from the corner. Barossa now to Minhava. Gives it to Lima. Back to Barossa. Portugal being forced to play quite high up as GB play a 2-3 zone. Now into the corner. Portugal finding it hard to find an open space. Opening opens up now. Cunha can't get it to go. Akara will grab the rebound. He'll send it long to Carl Johnson. Carl Johnson to the corner to Clark. Clark for three. High bounce. Oh, Pops will get the tip. Great timing there from Pop Mensa Bonsa.
6 points now for Pop, largest lead of the game to 5.
Minharba to Barroso. Back to Minharba. Minharba now trying to find a gap to get into that lane. Little fake for Barroso. Gets himself some space. That shot's off and Johnson has it knocked away, but it'll be a GB ball on the baseline.
Big shout out to Sam Leader from hoopsfix.com as well. He's always close to the action. Check out that website, hoopsfix.com.
Andrew Lawrence now with the ball at the top. Running the clock down, 9 seconds left to go. Lawrence looking for an option, gives it to Akara. 6 seconds to go. Akara goes inside Clark. Clark will do a little hook shot. 3 seconds to go. Clark hits a little hook shot for 2. Barroso will launch the bomb, but it is nowhere near. Clark hit a halftime buzzer beater yesterday. He finishes off the first quarter here, extending GB's lead out to 7 points. 14 to Portugal, 21 to GB. Great first quarter from GB there. They've done what they needed to do. They're playing a lot more fluid basketball. They're playing a lot more like GB should. Okay, while we're in the quarter break, what we're going to do is we're going to give you the little catch-up that we got to have with Deng last year. He gives us a few of his views on the Olympic group as he sees it.
Have you looked towards the Olympic group? Obviously now it's finalised with Russia being the final team. Have you guys started going through thinking, well, we've got to beat them, they're going to be tougher, that kind of thing?
Not yet.
Okay, so the focus hasn't gone that far?
The focus hasn't gone there yet, but there's a time where that comes in. You know, I think with playing against Spain, we've really, that last game kind of told us where we're at as a group. I think we still think we could get better, but it just allowed us to get a feel for, you know, how good we could be. Against France in the first half, the way we played, it just shows, you know, how good we could be. So, you know, I don't think we're there yet to start picking, you know, this and that. But the Olympic is really going to be every game is it's just going to be that game. I think if you start skipping, you know, if you start skipping to groups, that's when if we say, you know what, it's Russia today, let's just go out there, have fun, and then we win the next one. What if you lose the next one, you know? So it's kind of like, I think it's going to be a big challenge as a group to just not look ahead of what's next. Just focus on what's happening that night.
And in your mind, have you set kind of what's acceptable performance at the Olympics? What's the kind of target?
No, I never do that. You know, I mean, I work hard. I'm getting ready for it. I'm preparing myself. It's just when I go out there, I'm going to leave it all out there. You know, I'm going to play as hard as I can. Obviously, you know, it's nights where I'm going to play better than other nights. But with this group, I don't really, you know, I know how I got to perform for us to win. But also at the same time, I know we got a lot of guys in this team that could carry us. And I really mean that.
Okay, so that was Deng's thoughts on how things are shaping up for the Olympics and obviously what his thoughts are on GB's group. We're back straight into the action here for the second quarter. As Portugal have the ball, Barroso now drives to the basket, kicks it back out though. Lima can't hold on to it, a little bit too hot to handle there. It'll be a GB ball on the sideline. Lawrence now bringing it up the court. To Deng. Deng tries to turn the corner, can't manage it. Lawrence open for the three. Oh, air ball from Andrew Lawrence. Nothing there. Be a Portugal ball under the basket. Barroso brings it back up from Minharba. Minharba back to Barroso to Lima. Lima steps in, gives it to Cunha. To the corner. Lima for three, can't get it to go. Rebound grabbed over Deng there. Cunha with the rebound, back to Barroso. Oh, good ball movement here from Portugal. Lima to the basket, knocked away by Akara. Deng will come back the other way. Minharba looks to foul him, can't do it. Johnson to the corner to Lawrence. Lawrence kicks it back out to Deng. Great ball movement here from GB. Johnson steps in, steps back out, rattles home a 2. Beautiful ball movement there from GB as they move through their offense. Smooth basketball. GB up by 9 now. 14 Portugal, 23 to GB. 8.5 minutes left in this first half. Barroso to Conha, to Evora. Evora has to step out, gives it to Barroso. Minhava steps out of bounds. It'll be a GB ball. Lawrence looks to give it to Archibald. Archibald will turn his back there, but Deng manages to hold on to it. Goes inside to Archibald. Archibald fakes the handoff. He'll go inside to work. Pushed away by Evora. Can't get it to go though. Looked like a foul from the big man there from Portugal, and nothing called. Portugal come back the other way. Barroso wide open for the 3. He can't get that to go. That'll go straight out of bounds and be a GB ball. Lawrence now to Archibald at the top, facing up against Evora. Archibald looks to hand it off, nothing there, playing tough defence on Deng at the moment. Gomez denying any pass to him. Oh, Evora, looked like a clean block there, but the foul has been called. Lawrence will go to the line for 2. Looked clean, but referee thought otherwise. Evora picks up his second foul of the game. He hasn't been in that long. So Portuguese coaching staff a little bit concerned he's picked up a second foul that quickly. Rattles home the first. GB out to their first double-digit lead of the game. And he hits the second. Minhava now to Lima. To the back of the head that you can see walking down the stairs is the ex-England international Steve Bucknell, by the way, a late arrival. Conha steps out for Portugal as Santos comes back in. Archibald now with the ball. Deng trying to get open. Deng manages to get open. Tries to use the pick. Gomez playing some tough defence on Deng. Deng struggling to get his space that he usually gets. He'll step up for the 3 though. Oh, rattles in and out. Deng misses that 3. Minhava will come back the other way for Portugal. Gomez now puts inside to Evora. Evora squares to the basket. Has to kick it back out though. GB still sitting in this 2-3 zone. Portugal struggling to find interior space on this 2-3 zone. Go to the high post. Tipped away by Kara as Evora turns and tries to get it to Gomez on the baseline. Good zone defence from GB so far.
So 6:56 remaining, 25 points for 14. Time out as we call.
Okay, so we have a timeout. Both teams going down to talk it out now. Obviously, Coach Finch is going to be happy with the 2 coaches. He goes in with an 11-point lead. GB's offense is starting to fire, and their zone defense is definitely starting to suffocate the Portuguese offense. Portugal's struggling to find any interior space at the moment. The pass is going inside, getting tapped away by GB, so they're having to rely on exterior perimeter passing. Not creating the space they need to score the easy points that they have done in both the first game and the early stages of this game. GB just sitting down. Obviously, I think the offense will be the conversation that they're having at the moment. Offense is working reasonably well, but there's still an awful lot to go. Still taking some shots that really aren't necessary. Probably a little bit early in the shot clock and the more difficult shots. Especially as they're seeming to find a little bit more space and their offensive rhythm seems to be a little smoother today. So yeah, with 6:56 left in this first half, GB up by 11 points. Far superior performance in the first half than they performed in the entire game yesterday. Coach Finch will be hoping that they continue in this vein throughout the game. Moving on, obviously, to next week when on Thursday they'll be taking on the world-ranked, world champions, Olympic champions, Team USA. obviously each day USA seems to be losing player after player after player, obviously with Griffin going out and what have you, but they kind of have a lot of backups to replace them with pure quality, so I'm sure USA will still be putting out a reasonably competitive team next Thursday against GB. Okay, it'll be a Portuguese ball on the baseline, and Harvey will look to inbound it. He does so to Gomez. Gomez, he'll step up for a long two and drain nothing but the bottom of the net. Nice little move though, as he steps inside and then takes a little step back to give him some space from his defender, Kieran Akara. Achara now on the sideline. Deng, back to Lawrence. Archibald with a big pick for Lawrence. Kicks it out though to Deng on the wing. Deng kicks it back to Lawrence. Foul is called. Gomez called for the foul. Looks like a light touch there. Could be a possible NBA player call that one. Gomez picks up his second foul.
Another nice quiet afternoon here at Portugal in Sheffield. We're on GB fans!
Deng now with the ball on the out of bounds, gives it to Achara. Achara to Lawrence. This is one of the issues GB has got at the moment. They're constantly looking to get the ball to Deng. Every single player on this GB roster can score. There's no issue. Oh, Achara hits his second three from that corner. As I was saying, a majority of the GB players can score, but they constantly look and their first option is pass to Deng, pass to Deng. There's no need to do this. GB still sitting back in their zone defence. It's worked well so far. Portugal struggling to find space. Andrew Lawrence called for the foul though as Minhava penetrates into the key. Lawrence picks up his second foul of the day. Ranking will step back in.
Substitution back into the game.
Lawrence will take a seat. Portugal still looking to move around the outside of Bora now with the ball knocked out of bounds by Chara. Santos almost loses the handle there, kicks it to Minhara. Minhara from distance on the buzzer, front of the ring and out. Deng will grab a big rebound there. He'll lift his head up as he runs down the court, stolen away, an obvious pass from Luol Deng there. He'll look to block it, but Portugal have lost the handle. And they'll get the 2 points. Deng turnover there, costing GB 2 points.
Let's go, GB!
Ranking to Deng. Deng drives to the basket. He'll get those 2 points back. GB up by 12, 18 to Portugal, 30 to GB. Just over 5 minutes left in this first half. Evora back to Minhava. Minhava drives down the lane, nothing there. Almost stolen away. Gomez will get a bit of space on the perimeter. Can't get it. He's come up short, and Carl Johnson will come away for GB. Archibald at the top. Oh, looks for the tough backdoor pass to Deng. Knocked away by Gomez, but it'll be a GB ball.
So 13 points to 18, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome back to the floor. What for Rockets?
Timeout called, and again, GB will be going back. They'll still be talking about their offense, a little bit overcommitted, trying too many risky passes at the moment, a few little turnovers there. And again, they obviously need to have the discussion with regards that the pass doesn't always have to go to Luol Deng. Sure, he'll be the superstar. He's more than likely going to score the most points in every game. He's going to be the impact player that we expect him to be. But it doesn't have to be every possession going through Deng. Everyone on that team has the ability and the creativity to create easy shots and score points. Some of the GB are going to have to correct, and the people have to step out of the shadow of Deng if they're going to be successful. As for Portugal, they're obviously going to be on a little bit of damage limitation in the last 5 minutes of this half. They're going to want to close down the defence as GB have started to get a few open looks. Deng's starting to get a little bit more open for some of those passes. And also, how are they going to counteract the zone defence that GB are playing? At the moment, they're stuck on the perimeter. Anytime they go inside, players are getting double teamed, passes are getting knocked away. So that's going to be the concentration for Portugal. They're going to be wanting to make sure that they make the correct measures, obviously, to get some points at the other end. Their scoring rate has slowed down dramatically in the last few minutes since GB have employed a 2-3 and a 1-3-1 zone, primarily the 2-3 zone. Okay, we're obviously here in Sheffield on the last day at Portugal International Sports Centre for the game on 2012 warm-up tournament for both GB men's and women's teams. Obviously after this we've got the GB women's game as they take on France in the last game of the tournament. Oh, Nate Ranking, little fake, gets his man in the air, steps to the side and hits a mid-range 2 from the baseline. Fernandez inside Santos, stolen away by Archibald. Archibald gives it up to Deng. Deng uses a Chara's pick, he'll jack a 3, hits a 3! Luol Deng taking a good high percentage 3. Fernandez having tough defence played against him by Carl Johnson, all the way up the court. GB playing their zone all the way up to the halfway, which is opening it up a little bit inside. Foul has been called. Deng has been called for the foul. He picks up his first foul of the night. Kieran Achara, 6 points, 2 big threes from the corner and some great defensive work. A great performance so far from Achara. But Pops is back into the game now. Pops out a break! Oh! Pops throws it down. Fernandez steps in, has to step back out again. GB keeping the consistency of this zone. Very good. Good help defense. Evora finds some space. He'll put up an easy 2. Weak side defense on Archibald and Pops not quite working there as Evora finds an easy shot. GB come back the other way. They're up by 17 now with just under 3.5 minutes to go in this first half. Ranking. Trying to find some space, nothing there, gives it back to Deng. Deng trying to find his way through, pushes through the legs of Evora! Oh, Archibald can't get it to go! Creativity from Deng there, he comes into the paint, hits the brick wall that his Evora has, no other way but to put it through his legs and try and get a pass on the other side from it. Deng with a big smile on his face. Little confusion of substitutions. Portugal trying to get Fonseca back into the game, but it was a little bit too late. Once he's given the ball to the player at the line, and no substitutions allowed. But because he's got a timeout for it to explain this, they're now allowed the substitution. So kind of going around in circles, we're back to where we were before. Gomez is out and Fonseca is in for Portugal. Archibald at the line for 2. Hits the first of his 2. And the second. Gotta love the energy that Pops puts into his efforts towards trying to get offensive rebounds. A big spin move trying to get around the big man Evora from Portugal. But obviously the ball went in, so all to vain. Fernandez now. Fernandez at the top. Clock ticking down on the shot clock, 5 to go. Oh, nice shot, Santos. The big man hits the shot from outside. Carl Johnson comes back, snaps an early tough shot in the shot clock. 4 seconds gone in the shot clock. Carl Johnson takes a fading sideways mid-range jumper. Santos with the ball now. Fernandez trying to find some space. Nothing there. Comes back out to Santos. Santos goes inside to Fonseca. Almost stolen away to the wing. That's a tough shot. Silva hits the shot from the wing. That's back-to-back threes for Portugal as they make a run to try and get back into this game. GB's lead down to 15. Archibald brings it up, hands it off to Deng. Deng turns the corner. Santos is still there though, so gives it up to Pops. Pops Crosses over Fonseca, can't get any space though, has to come back out to Deng again. Deng will jack a 3 off the front of the ring, but Pops will come away with it. Resets the offense with just under 2 to go in the first half. Little stutter step there as he goes to the basket, can't get anything to go. Portugal come away, he stepped out of bounds, but the referee didn't see a thing. A full foot out of bounds, not a toe. Fernandez comes back the other way. The referee's cost us a 3 there. That's 9 points in 3 offences from Portugal. It's back down to a 12-point ball game now. I'm not too sure that Finch shouldn't call a timeout now to counteract this 3-point shooting. Maybe change his own defence up to a 3-2. Or even skip back to man. Offensive foul has been called against Pops. An illegal screen. So it'll be a Portugal ball, and they have the chance of bringing it back to single digits. Deng takes a seat with 9 points as Dan Clark checks back into the game. Silver inside to Evora. Evora trying to bang his way up against Archibald. Good defense from Archibald. Can't come away with it though. Gets the tap to Kyle Johnson. Great work by Archibald. Johnson to the basket. And one for Kyle Johnson. Great move there. The young shooting guard, aggressive to the basket. The only way he knows how to play basketball. Full throttle. He'll go to the line for the extra one as GB are now up by 14 with just over a minute to go in the first half. And he gets the extra point to go. Cunha checks back in for Portugal as Evora will take a seat. Lensley into the game and Rankin will take a seat for GB. Fernandez coming back for Portugal now. Some tough defense from Kyle Johnson. He's always looking to steal that ball. Doesn't give a point guard much space to look for the open passing lanes. Portugal running a huge sweeping curl for Santos to get him open. Can't get the drive though. Pops will come away with it 40 seconds to go. He gives it out to Johnson. Johnson will add in for 2. This is GB getting out and running. This is British basketball looking good now. Starting to find some rhythm. Starting to find some confidence here in Sheffield. Silver. Fernandez. To Silver. Back to Fernandez. Fernandez will slow it down. 1 shot to go. Shot clocks are off now. 10 seconds left. GB up by 17. Portugal looking to reduce this lead. Fonseca sets a pick. Kyle Johnson fouls him. GB got a foul to give though, so it's going to be a sideline ball. 5.5 seconds to go now. Silva will inbound it for Portugal. Cunha setting a pick to get it into Hernandez. Fernandez now looking to find some space. Tries to get it inside to Fonseca. Fonseca will put it up. Can't get it to go. And the buzzer goes for the first half. 29 to Portugal. 46 to Great Britain. End of the first half. A much better performance from the British team. Still not perfect, but definitely a huge step forward from where they were yesterday. We're going to break for half time now. Make sure you check back for the second half. Testing. Okay, we're straight back in now to the second half. GB have come on the court with Lensley, Rankin, Mensah, Deng and Clark. Same style five that they did in the first half. For Portugal, you have got Fonseca, Conha, Fernandes, Santos and Gomez. Pop's working hard, finds some space, nothing there. Fonseca knocks his shot away. GB ball on the baseline as Deng looks to put it in. Skips it out to Rankin. Rankin drives to the basket, 3 to go. That's rejected by Gomez. 1 second left on the shot clock now. GB are going to have to try something quite special to get out of this. Deng puts it in to Lensley, who didn't take a shot. He passed it back for Deng. I don't think you'll be able to get 2 passes in 1 second. Fernandes brings it up the court for Portugal. Fernandes now drives to the basket, steps out. Oh, nice shot from Fernandes. That's a tough shot. One minute gone in the second half. GB are up by 15 points. Oh, big 3. Back out to an 18-point game. Can't get it to go. Fonseca can as he throws it down for the putback dunk. GB quickly back the other way though, trying to keep the tempo in the game early on. Deng takes an early 3 off Pops' hands. It's going to be a Portuguese ball on the baseline.
So we just need to rearrange the basket after the dunk by Fonseca.
That dunk from Fonseca seems to move the basket, so we're just waiting for people to come down and move it. Cheerleaders even trying to help out there. I don't think that's going to work. Yeah, we've got one guy walking to the basket with a real sense of urgency. I don't think he could walk any slower if he tried. So now anyone that's capable is now walking up to the basket to help move it. But just Pop's hanging on the ring has moved it back to where it should be. So, we're back into the game. It's going to be a Portuguese ball on the baseline.
Next time we need the basket going, we'll just ask Pop. It'll be a lot quicker.
Fernandes going up against Lensley. Lensley playing some tough defense against Fernandes. Trying to get past him. Nothing there. Almost steals it away. Can't quite get it though. Go inside. As Gomez tries to back down Rankin, putting the armbar on him, stands strong, loses the ball, great defense there. Look at Fonseca getting angry at Rankin. Rankin, the ultimate professional, just stepping away from it. Smiling in his face. Fernandes now steps out, trying to put it inside. Portugal lose the ball, Pops. 2-on-1 break, back to Deng. Deng is fouled hard. Gomez with the hard foul. Looks like he's taking his frustrations out on Deng, which isn't really a great idea. Deng goes to the line for 2 shots. Hits the first, none but net for Deng from the line. Back out to a 17-point lead now with just over 2 minutes gone in his second half. And the second. Fernandes. Going up against Rankin. Lensley steps across. Gomez with the ball now. Back to Fernandes. Santos. Tries to put it inside to Fonseca. Nothing there though. Pops breaks it up. He's driving all the way to the basket. And it's fouled as he goes to the basket. He'll go to the line for 2 shots. That'll put GB up to having shot 23 throws compared to Portugal's 1. I think that's a sign of how the game's been played. GB finding some good shots, Portugal unable to defend it, and putting GB to the line. Obviously, there's going to be a little bit of a home court call from the referee as well. Pops misses the first of his 2. And the second. Fernandez now brings up over the half for Portugal. Puts it inside to Cunha. Pops is called for the foul. Tries to step in there for his 3rd steal in a row. Can't quite get it this time though. That'll be his 2nd foul. Portugal inbound the ball to Fernandez. Fonseca sets the screen. Fernandez doesn't use it. Uses it 2nd time round as Pop steps out and picks up a 3rd foul. Silly move by Pops. Highly likely they're going to call a foul when a big man steps out to try and steal the ball off a guard. Archibald will have to check into the game and take Pops out. Not too sure if he fancied to sit on the bench. Fernandez drives to the basket, nothing there, steps out, steps back out. Cunha with a great cut along the baseline there. Nice pass from Fernandez, gets him 2 points for Cunha. Clark now on the far side. To Rankin, turns down the corner, tries to go baseline. Portugal shut it off though. He'll go back there again, he'll step for his own 3. Can't get it to go. Portugal have tapped it though. Saved, great save by Fernandez. Manages to keep it in. Portugal come back with the ball. Gomez now with the ball. Gives it to Santos at the top, to Fernandez on the far side. Cunha sets the pick. GB swap over. Cunha trying to post up on Lensley. A big mismatch there. Travelling violation called. Be a GB ball on the sideline. Lensley brings it up over the half. GB set up a double pick. Trying to open Deng up. Nothing there so far. Deng tries to get it inside. Can't quite get it to Archibald. Tries to step around his player and pass it down the paint, but nothing there so far. GB will make a change as Lawrence will come in and Lensley will take a seat. Portugal also make a change. Fernandez is out and Oliveira is in. Oliveira now comes up over the half as Lawrence picks him up. Lawrence puts his hand in, tries to pick his pocket, nothing there. Santos with the ball on the outside to Gomez, to Oliveira. Back to Gomez, Gomez stepped out of bounds. There'll be a GB ball on the sideline. Lawrence to Archibald. To Dan Clark at the top. GB getting an awful lot more movement on the offense this time round. Yesterday not so much. No one crashing the boards there on a smaller lineup as well.
5.5 remaining.
GB dropping back into a 2-3 zone. Not great communication in the GB team there. Dan Clark wasn't quite sure what zone they were sitting in. But they've now dropped back into a 2-3 as Clark picks up one of the low posts. Oliveira will look to pass the ball in. Conha with the ball, gives it back to Oliveira. Oliveira looking to try and get to the top. Rankin stopping him from getting there, so he gives it up to Deng. Deng gives it up to Lawrence. Lawrence out on the break. No one with him. He'll add in for an easy 2. Great defence there by Rankin, denying Oliveira the chance to get to the top where he needed to get to run the play, meaning he was a little bit flustered and gave away an easy turnover to Deng. Oliveira now looking to shape up. Gives it up to Santos. Santos on the wing. Nothing there. Has to skip it to the top to Fonseca. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Portugal drive to the middle. Oliveira gives it a great pass there to Gomez. And it's 2 points for Gomez. Lawrence coming back the other way. Gives it to a moving Deng. Deng will drive to the basket. Takes some contact. Can't get it to go. Clark almost gets the tip, but Santos comes back for it with Portugal. Getting into a little bit of a run and gun situation. This is what happened yesterday with GB, and they didn't come out on top of this one. They need to slow the game down and make both ends count. Lawrence out to Deng. Back to Rankin. Rankin will hit the 3 all day long. Great transition offense there, converting a 3. High percentage shot when Rankin's that far open. 4 minutes to go in this third quarter. GB up by 20 points now. Almost stolen away by Deng. The pass was looking to go to the corner to Oliveira and it wasn't there. Deng almost gets the tip as GB make a double change. Deng will take a seat, pointing to his wrist. He's obviously feeling the pain in his left wrist, and Dan Clark will take a seat as well. As Achara and Kyle Johnson step in. 4 seconds left on the shot clock for Portugal. Conha loses his foothold, and that's after the buzzer. Shot clock violation. Good defense by GB. Deng currently getting his wrist wrapped up, obviously feeling the pain from that injury that he picked up early in the season. Still a question mark over whether he'll need surgery before being able to go back into the NBA. Obviously a lot of Chicago Bulls fans and management not happy with the situation of him playing for GB. But a great decision from Deng from our point of view. Lawrence now almost loses control, but managed to get it back. Foul called on Oliveira. Bit of a get out of jail free there for Andrew Lawrence. Kyle Johnson to inbound, to Achara. To Rankin on the sideline, inside to Archibald. Archibald bounces off his own foot and out of bounds it goes. It'll be Portugal on the baseline. Oliveira to Gomez. Gomez behind the back against Rankin. Nice spin move. Definitely deserved the 2 points there. Great move from Gomez. Quick footwork gets him an open lane to the basket. Lawrence now blast past Oliveira. No option but to foul him. Oliveira's footwork nowhere near quick enough to keep up with Lawrence. Boateng checks in for the first time tonight. Archibald will take a seat. Eric Boateng, one of the younger players in the squad, hasn't quite found his feet yet at international level, but the hopes are that he will. Rankin makes the swing. Lawrence goes to the weak side. It'll be a GB ball tapped away by Conha. Lawrence into Rankin. Skips it back to Lawrence. Lawrence drives down the lane. Nothing there. Yes, there is. I can't quite get it to go. Evora. Looks like he tapped it out of bounds. It's not. It's a Portugal ball. Oliveira brings it up. Conha sets the screen for him. Lawrence tries to steal it. Can't quite get it. Gomez to Oliveira, back to Gomez. Portugal really struggling to find anything team orientated on the way there. Lawrence comes back the other way. Gomez trying to play. Oh, what a move by Lawrence! Looking over his shoulder, waiting for Gomez to come up alongside him, making sure that he draws the foul and he converts the 2. Great move from Lawrence there. A real veteran move from the young College of Charleston guard. Another first of the night as Sullivan, GB team captain, checks in. Nate Ranking will take a seat. Can't quite get it to go. Achara tries to go the rebound. Nothing there. Oliveira tries to put it out. Johnson almost gets the tip, but can only get it out of bounds. It'll be a Portuguese ball on the sideline. 2:43 left on the clock. GB are up by 20. 39 to Portugal, 59 to GB. Starting to get a little bit of cruise control. GB would have been told that that's not acceptable, though. They're going to want to push all the way to the end. Barroso now inside to Abora. Back to Barroso. Barroso into the paint. Nothing there. Santos open for three. Hit one earlier. Can't get this one to go, though. Boateng grabs his first board of the night. Lawrence with some pace brings it back up the court. Offensive call. Foul called on Achara. As Oliveira takes a dive, Achara was called for an illegal screen. Barroso to Santos. Back to Barroso. Barroso inside to Conhan. Oh, very good move from Conhan there. Didn't have much time to make that move, so he makes it quick enough to get himself two off the glass. Lawrence at the top, trying to find a lane. Kicks it to Sullivan. Sullivan tries to penetrate. Santos blocks it off, though. We're back out to Lawrence. Lawrence calls for the pick. There's nothing there. They go to the corner, but an offensive foul first. What a shame. Kyle Johnson hits the corner three, but Lawrence has already been called for the offensive foul. That's his third foul. And Luol Deng's back into the game with his wrist strapped up this time. Obviously the trouble from the left wrist is going to be under the spotlight, not only in these friendlies, but obviously all the way through the Olympics. There's question marks over him remaining a Chicago Bull player. Hang over his head. He's obviously been touted as being traded in the off-season. But he seems to be performing well for GB, and at the moment that's all the GB fans care about. Evora now to Santos. Santos, little fake, drives into the paint. Mid-range two, can't get it to go. The big man Evora with the rebound. Bit heavy off the glass though. Conrad can't get it to go either. Luol Deng grabs the rebound. His head's up. He's looking for the pass. Gives it to Sullivan on the far side. Back to Deng. Boateng sets the pick. Deng trying to find some space against the big man Evora. Can't get it to go. Oliveira will come away with it. And it's fouled by Achara. Just wanted to break up the fast break, I think. Oliveira will go to the line for two shots. As GB are up by 18 with just over 1 minute left in this third quarter. Oliveira misses the first. But hits the second.
1 minute remaining in the third quarter.
Double pick being set to get Drew open. Now they're setting the double pick for Kyle Johnson, trying to get him open for the triple. Nothing there, so they skip the corner for Achara. Achara will hit the three all day long. He's loving that corner. Right-hand corner. Along the baseline, Achara with his third three of the night. Take him to 9 points tonight. He's had a hot hand from outside. Oliveira going up against Achara, crosses him over, tries to drive the baseline. Nothing there, looking for the pass, gives it to Santos. Santos shoots the three. Hit with the three as well. The two big men trading below. Santos and Achara are trading 3-pointers there. 10 seconds left in the third quarter. GB up by 16 points as Deng looks for an isolation play. He's trying to open it up a little bit, going up against Oliveira. Gives it to Sullivan. Sullivan drives to the middle. He'll spin to the middle. Gives it up to Deng. Deng to the basket. Oh, a little bit late. They ran the offense about a second and a half to 2 seconds too late. 45 to Portugal, 61 to GB. at the end of the third quarter. Again, GB starting to find a little bit of rhythm. It's not consistent yet, and that's what they'll be looking for. They'll need consistency if they're going to make an impact at the Olympics, as everyone is wanting them to. Portugal running through the motions. Obviously, they're trying to warm themselves up as well. They've got Eurobasket qualifiers coming up, and they haven't got an easy time. They're going to have to go up against the likes of Italy and Turkey in their Eurobasket qualifiers. They obviously didn't qualify originally for Eurobasket 2011. They only found their way in, not when FIBA opened up to 24, but when they went for the last 2 spots out of the last 3 teams from Division A. They sneaked their way in through the back door. Obviously ending up in GB's group, where GB managed to beat them. Coach Finch now going into the GB huddle. Just wants a quick word with his players. Just really trying a few different rotations. Boateng and Sullivan have come in and obviously getting a few more minutes now. Wanting to make sure that every player's on board with the rhythm and obviously getting used to each other as a team. They have had very few games together as a whole squad, remember. Obviously Joel Freeland isn't here for these 2 games this weekend. He'll be back for the USA game next week, hopefully. Expected to arrive back either in the UK today or tomorrow. So he'll be here for the USA game tomorrow, and he'll obviously be there for the games when they go to Belgium and play Tunisia and Belgium. But again, having only 3 games together as a full team, including one against the USA, which is obviously really an exhibition game rather than a warm-up game, it's going to be quite difficult. With GB, they're having a good night tonight. They're still not quite firing on all cylinders, but it's a far more fluid performance than they had yesterday. 5 back out on court to start the final quarter is Andrew Lawrence, Eric Boateng, Popsman Sabonsa, Kyle Johnson and Luol Deng. For Portugal, you've got Cunha, you've got Santos, Evora, Oliveira and Fernandes. Sorry, Barroso.
Come on, let's see. Where are all the Portuguese fans?
Ball goes into Evora. Evora hands off to Oliveira. Oliveira turns the corner, goes up against Pops. Tough move, Evora will have the ball. He'll get an easy 2 off the glass. Boateng trying to take the charge, but he's in the restricted area, so nothing's going to get called down there. Lawrence back to Pops. Pops now. Hands it off to Kyle Johnson. Kyle Johnson tries to turn the corner, little crossover against Oliveira. Back to Boateng. Boateng won't take that shot. He'll hand it off to Lawrence. GB starting to try and build their offenses more than they have. Deng will drive to the middle. He'll hand it inside to Boateng. Boateng will get it 2. Great patience from GB on that offense. Trying to work a few different options and then eventually finding penetration through Deng. Hand off to Boateng for an easy 2. Oliveira drives past Lawrence, lays it up for 2. No, in Pops' house, he knocks it away. Deng now. Tries to pass it inside to Pops, but Boateng will get the 2. And he'll go to the line for the extra 1. Key to Boateng's game and his chance of obviously getting more minutes in this GB outfit is absolutely going to be what he's been doing. He doesn't need to stray too far outside the paint, and when he gets those easy opportunities, he needs to convert, get to the line, and hopefully he'll convert the free throw. Great form from the free throw, gets the extra point. GB up by 19 points now with 9 minutes left in the game. Still hustle defense from GB. They've obviously been instructed, they're playing this until the end. Oh, another 3 from Santos. He's hit 3 tonight. The big man's on form. Boateng looks to hand it off to Deng. Sets him a pick. Not in the best of positions though. Boateng didn't establish himself well. Deng tries to put it up for Boateng. Can't get it to go. It's going to be a Portugal ball. As Boateng collides into the hoardings. Portuguese will get the ball on the baseline. Oliveira to Santos. Santos being given a little bit more respect on the perimeter now. Really is only catch and shoot. I don't think he'll take a 3 off the dribble. Barroso going up against Lawrence. To Evora. Evora now tries to drive into the basket. Fakes, pops out, but it's a shot clock violation. Sorry, it was Boateng that got faked out, but a shot clock violation is going to send the ball GB's way. Looked like a travel from Pops, nothing called though. Lawrence with the ball, throws the alley-oop pass to Boateng. He hasn't quite got that range, but he'll go for the little pudding! Eric Boateng making a full of his minutes that he's getting tonight, taking advantage of this opportunity. He'll go to the line for the extra one yet again. Take his tally up to 8 with very limited minutes. He'll ram it back and throw it down! Oh, Eric Boateng! He grabs his own rebound and throws down the dunk one-handed. Don't think he was expecting that. His teammates congratulating the smiles on the faces for the GB players. They were not expecting that. Santos now tries to drive into the lane, nothing there. Tries to step out, kicks it to Conha. Conha floats up a nice shot. Would have been a charge if Boateng had been outside the restricted area. Lawrence to Pops. Pops, spin move, fakes him out, lovely move. Oh, can't get it to go. He's a bit frustrated, thinking he was fouled on the way. Nothing called though. Santos comes back the other way. He kicks it out to Oliveira. Oliveira goes into the trees and he'll get a reverse layup. Nice move there by Oliveira. Boateng takes a hard fall. Looks like he's alright though. Be a GB ball on the baseline. Just under 7 minutes to go now. GB are up by 16 points. Lawrence with the ball. Gives it to Deng, who's come around a double pick. Deng now trying to find space, finds a bit of a lane. There's got to be a foul there. He'll take the shot so he gets to the line. Offensive foul called. How is that an offensive foul? I have no idea. The guy has made no stand. He's still moving sideways, but the referee still calls an offensive foul. As always, this is why GB have no referees in the Olympics. We do not have the standard refereeing to allow us to even have a referee in the Olympics. Definitely a part of the British game that needs to step up. If the players to step up, the refereeing certainly has to as well. Gomez from outside. He'll hit the three. Down to a 13-point ball game now. 57 to Portugal, 70 to GB. Starting to stutter a little bit now. Portugal have hit quite a few threes in the last few minutes, with Santos hitting a few and Barossa hitting one. It's a critical stage of the game now, an important part for GB as well, as when this swing of momentum starts to change, they need to have the ability to change it back. 6.5 minutes left in this game. GB are up by 13. Finch has called a timeout to stem the flow. Things aren't going 100% their way at the moment. Okay, end of the timeout. Both teams coming back out. GB will come back out with the same 5 that went in, as do Portugal. It's going to be a GB ball on the baseline after that 3 from Portugal. Boateng. Looking for some options, finds Deng, goes across and helps him and sets a pick. Portugal sitting in a 2-3 zone, but overloading it when it comes to Deng's movement. Shot clock running out, Deng has to take it. Lawrence will save it, great save there by Andrew Lawrence. Ball comes back to Pops now. GB will slow it down and reset their offense sensibly. Lawrence now to Johnson. Johnson for three. Huge three. Looked like an illegal screen there for Eric Boateng. Referee looking right at it, nothing called. Johnson will hit the three though. We're back out to a 16-point ball game. From the corner for Conha. Off the ring and out. Deng will grab the rebound. Slows the pace down as he brings it up the court. Gives it to Carl Johnson. Carl Johnson will take another one. He doesn't need to green light! Carl Johnson hits the three, takes the foul. He'll go to the line. He's 6 from 6 from the field tonight as he'll go to the line. What a move by Carl Johnson there. That's how quickly a game of basketball can change. 13 points is now back out to 19 points.
Substitution, Luol Deng.
Carl Johnson takes his total up to 15 for the night. He's leading the GB scorers. Gomez is the only person with more points. He's got 16 for Portugal. Can't get the free throw to drop though. Barroso brings it up over the half. To Gomez. Gomez goes up against Sullivan. Sullivan's seen limited minutes this weekend. Offensive foul called to Vavora. Got to call exactly the same thing at both ends, Mr. Wilson. You can't call it at one end and not the other. It's going to be a GB ball on the sideline. Portugal make a double change as Oliveira and Barroso come out. Minhava and Lima will come in. Just over 5 minutes to go. It's a 19-point ball game here at the Ponds Forge International Sports Centre in Sheffield. Carl Johnson will take another three. It's going all night for Carl Johnson. He cannot miss from the outside. He's up to 18 points now.
Carl Johnson is on fire.
Tried to go baseline, nothing there. Over, shot the pass. GB will come away the other way. Lawrence now steps out for three. He's trying to follow in the Carl Johnson trend of things. Sullivan! That's why he's in the game. Hustle play from Drew Sullivan. Lawrence uses the pick of Boateng. Kicks it wide to Sullivan. Sullivan drives the basket, feeds it inside to Boateng. Boateng will get a two! This is the Boateng and Johnson show in the final quarter here. Lima with the ball on the wing for Portugal. Looks to go inside. Johnson keeping up with him though. Gives it up to Gomez at the top. Gomez uses the big screen from Mbora, but still no lane for him to go down. Lima will cut to the middle. Mbora will be given an open shot, but doesn't take it. Gomez will take a contested shot though. Great defense from GB. Another shot clock violation as GB shut out Portugal for another 24 seconds. Silva will come in for Portugal as Gomez takes the seat. Portuguese coach is not happy with Gomez's performance there. Achara is in for GB. Rankin. Lawrence, baseline. Kyle Johnson to Sullivan. Sullivan keeps it to Johnson. Back to Lawrence. He'll shoot the three. Can't get it to go. Rings out. Lawrence gets his own rebound though. And 3.5 minutes left on the clock. GB up by 24 points now. 24 points now. Lawrence, little crossover, drives to the middle, kicks to Sullivan in the corner. Sullivan will drive into the middle, try and find himself a two. Can't get it to go, but he'll go to the line for 2 points. Sullivan on the line to shoot two. And Skipper hits the first of his two. Obviously, as I said, had limited minutes. We're not too sure on the reason behind that. Don't know if it's injury or whether it's just Finch obviously knows what Sullivan can do. He's just trying to work his rotations out for the Olympics. And he's the second. As I said before, vital. If you're only getting limited minutes when you're on the court, you've got to make things like free throws count. GB up by 26 points now with just over 3 minutes to go. They'll want to keep pushing. They're obviously going to give a rest to the more established players in the squad, but that's obviously going to mean that the guys coming on the court got a point to prove as they try and fight for minutes. Stolen away by Boateng. He'll hold it up and try and find an outlet. He finds Chara. Chara finds Lawrence. Great defense by Boateng there. He'll get the ball back. He's full of energy late on in this game. Can't quite get it to go. A foul will be called. Not too sure if that's been called on. That's been called on Kieran Chara of GB, so it'll be a Portuguese ball. Boateng coming to the court with loads of energy. He's on 11 points. He's the top scorer for GB tonight. Minharva drives the basket, the lane opens up, and a foul is called. Lawrence gets called for the foul. He picks up his fourth of the night. Only 2:44 to go, they're going to leave him in the game. If he fouls out, obviously Rankin's sitting there waiting to come back in, so that's no problem. Minharva at the line for two. Hits the first. And the second. Kyle Johnson with the ball. To Sullivan. Sullivan squares up to the basket, gives it back to Johnson. Johnson ain't going to turn away that three. Doesn't get it to go this time. A little bit further out there, Kyle Johnson. Can't get it to go. He's still hit 18 points tonight, though. Hot hand from outside for Kyle Johnson. Taking great shots. Minharva now going up against Boateng. To Silva. Silva pushing up against Johnson. Nothing there. Off the backboard, it'll be a GB ball as it hits the stanchion at the back of the basket. Lawrence now brings it up over the half. Achara. Looks to pass, can't find anyone, finds Sullivan. Inside to Boateng. Kicks it to Johnson. To Lawrence. Great ball movement here from GB. 5 seconds to go though. So Lawrence will have to take the shot now. The shot clock runs out. Front of the ring now. Good ball rotation there. Probably a couple of steps earlier than GB should be looking to take that shot. Minharva tries to put it in, nothing there, grabs his own rebound. He'll go up, fouled on his way up. Drew Sullivan picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the night. Minharva will go to the line for 2 shots. Hits the first. Down to a 23-point game now. 1:39 left. Can't get the second to go. Lawrence now with the ball coming up over the half. Gives it to Johnson. Achara. Achara's blocked by Fonseca on the way to the basket. Lima will come back the other way for Portugal. Minharva still trying to run the offense. Portugal obviously trying to use this, as I said, as their warm-up for their Eurobasket qualifiers, which started at the end of August. Lima now trying to turn the corner on Boateng. Nothing there though. Comes back out to Silva. Silva will shoot the three. And rattle home the three. One thing Portugal can do, they can score in a hurry. They do have quite a proliferation of three-point shooters. It's down to a 20-point ball game. Skip pass from one corner to the other. Kyle Johnson now. And another three! He has got what they call a hot hand. Hits another three from the corner. He's up to 21 points. GB back out to 23 points as we enter into the final minute now. Minharva with the ball at the top. Going up against Boateng, trying to shake him off. Nothing's there though. He almost loses control. Kyle Johnson's called for the foul. Minharva at the line for 2. Johnson picked up his third foul there. Hits the first of his 2. Minharva successful from the line tonight. A good shooter.
And the second. Down to 21-point ball game with just 35 seconds left on the shot clock. Lawrence brings it up over the half for GB. Achara sets the pick for him. He skips it across to the top to Johnson. It comes back to Lawrence on the other side. Cuts the baseline, gives it to Sullivan. Great perimeter ball movement, Johnson. That's a tough shot. Even a man with a hot hand shouldn't be taking that kind of shot. Harbour will come away the other way for Portugal. We're down to 15 seconds in the game now. Harbour will slow it down. They'll look to take the final shot. Try and reduce it below the 20-point deficit. Harbour's there with the ball. Down to 5 seconds now. Give it to Lima. Lima will step out and fake it. Open shot from Harbour. Harbour takes a dive and he'll get three free throws. Boateng clashes him. Harbour kind of grabbed it though. He moved himself to the side to make sure the contact was going to be made by Boateng. Can't make that kind of mistake. This is what these warm-up games are for, you know. Learning not to make those mistakes in these pressure situations. 0.6 seconds to go. You don't foul a man on the 3-point line. Don't foul a shooter. Down to a 20-point deficit now. When Harbour hits the first of his 3 free throws. Misses the second. 0.6 to go. Big rebound by Boateng, and that's the end of the game. 66 to Portugal, 86 to GB. A far more convincing performance tonight for GB. They'll be happier with this performance. Obviously still fits and starts. Kyle Johnson with the hot hand tonight. He's taken home 21 points for himself. Deng hit 14, obviously got quite a bit of rest at the back end. A little bit of an injury concern there with the wrist from Deng. And then you've got 11 points for Boateng. For Portugal, Gomez leads the scoring with 16. Cunha has 9 rebounds. For GB, it's Mensah Bonsu with 6. That's the end of the GB men's game. That's the end of the GB men's game on 2012 here in Sheffield. Next game they'll be playing will be over in Manchester next Thursday against Team USA. That's live on BBC 3, so make sure you tune in for that one and support your team. As we are at the moment, we've obviously got the women's game coming up shortly. We'll be back to give you that. Make sure you keep watching the broadcast because we'll give you the countdown for the women's game. This game's run over a little bit. So we'll be back with GB Women's versus France shortly.